Math buddies? Let's get back to school and know more with the Smart Slate. Today we'll know more about a parts of speech, that is, a preposition. So it is one of the 8 parts of speech. The preposition is usually categorized into different categories, you can say, like time, manner, condition, idiomatic, place, quantity, spatial relationship, and purpose. So these are the bases on which we classify or categorize preposition, like preposition of time, place, quantity, manner, condition, purpose, spatial relationship, or idiomatic prepositions. Let us understand the meaning of preposition. So it is a word that tells you where or when something is in relation to something else. Now when something is in relation to something else means you try to show the place or position or the timing when something is related to something. Like for example, this is a ball placed on a box. So the position of a ball is it is placed on the box. So on here is preposition. Next is the ball is behind the box. Behind again shows you where the ball is or the relation between ball and the box. And front of, in or between two cubes, next to a box, or under the table. So these words act as prepositions. A preposition is a word or a group of words usually used before a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase to show direction, time, place, location, special relationships, or to introduce an object. So it is used before a noun, pronoun, or a noun phrase. Let us look at an example. The birds are living in the nest. Nest here acts as noun and in here is the preposition. So the preposition used here is before the noun, that is nest. And it shows you the place where the birds live. They live in the nest. Here right related work. Work here functions as noun and at is the preposition used before noun. So at is the preposition of place. I got it for you. For you. You is pronoun and the preposition used here just before pronoun is for. So the prepositions here are in, at, and for. In general, when the word shows relation between two things, or birds and nest here you can say, then the person and its work, or when you do something for someone, so when you try to relate them with such words, then we term such words as preposition. Looking at the classification of prepositions, or you can say we identify prepositions as preposition of time, preposition of manner, preposition of condition, preposition based on idiomatic expressions or idiomatic preposition, preposition of place, quantity, special relationship, and purpose. So these are the 8 bases on which we try to identify prepositions. So looking at the very first category, it is preposition of time. A preposition that shows specific time such as date on the calendar or days of the week or in the month or actual time when something takes place. It is a preposition of time. Usually the words are similar in the case of preposition of time and preposition of place, but they are used in a different way. So depending upon the usage, we categorize prepositions because there are similar words used in different categories, but they depend upon the usage. So the very first word here is on. On is usually used to show the days of the week or dates. At is used to show a specific point of time, and it is also used for, as a preposition of place. Past is again used to show the time whenever you tell the time. During, During is throughout the course, or whenever you use by, you try to say the time which is not later than. Ago is again used to denote time from now to a specific point in the past, and till and until are both the words which are used to show up to a certain point in time. And is again used to denote, or you can say show month, season, years, or a part of the day, or after a period. Ago and since are both the same, from specific point of time, uh, from a specific point in time until now, or from now to a specific point in the past. So since and ago are used in such a way. Then we have till and until have the same usage. After and before, again they show subsequent in time, or the word is used usually to show previous to in time, or earlier than in time, like before, while, between, from. So these are the words again which try to show the time from one point, or from one period of time to another period of time, like from Monday to Wednesday, or between two time periods, like between 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, like that. And the last word is for. So whenever you use for, you try to show, express over a certain period of time something. So you use the word for. So these are the few expressions of preposition of time, or few words or few prepositions of time. Looking at the examples in the form of sentence. So the very first is, they waited there for hours on Monday. So they waited there for hours on Monday. So whenever you use the word for, you try to show over a certain period of time, and whenever you use on, you try to say a day of the week or dates, like on 26th of Jan or something like that. So for and on, here are the prepositions of time. The enrollment date extended from Monday to Wednesday. From and to, whenever you try to show like from one point to another, or as a starting point and as an ending point, you use the prepositions from and to. We will leave by tomorrow. So when you leave by tomorrow, you try to show the time, like not later than, but yes, by tomorrow we'll leave. So by here is the preposition of time. Next is, Tom managed the part-time job between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. at Maggie's. So here the time period, that is 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. So between is usually used to show the time period, like from starting point till an ending point, or between the mid period of something. And at here is the preposition, but it is used to show the place and not time. If you say like I arrived at uh, uh, afternoon or something like that, then you try to show it in the form of time. But when you use the place here, like at McD's or McDonald's, at here works as a preposition of place. Andy's birthday or Andy's birthday is in the coming month. So Andy's birthday is in coming month. In is usually used to denote month, seasons, or year, or part of the day. So in here becomes the preposition of time. Preposition of time is quite simple. Whenever you try to show a particular point of time or specified time period, or in between the periods, or starting point and ending point, to show time specifically, then it acts as a preposition of time. Moving to the second type, that is preposition of manner. Now preposition of manner shows you how a certain thing happened or is done. Basically the manner in which something is done, or the method in which something is done. So we have words like by. By is used to show the measurement, with and without for accompaniment, as for showing the capacity or designation. On is again to show the method or manner, just like we have in. Like is used to show the similarity, N is again for the method of how the thing is taking place. Of is usually used to show the measurement, or you can say an association. For is used for the purpose or to express the cause or reason. With is usually for accompaniment, just like without. So these are the prepositions of manner. Looking at the example, Harry chopped vegetables in a hurry. So in what manner he chopped the vegetables? He chopped them in a hurry. So in a hurry, in becomes the preposition of manner. Thomas looks like his father. So the manner in which he looks like, or he looks like his father or similar to his father. So when you try to show the similarity, you use the word like. So it becomes the preposition of manner. Get a pizza with a Coke. Now get a pizza with a Coke. So with becomes the preposition showing you accompaniment, like getting something with something. So with is the preposition of manner. Alice works as a freelancer and paid by the hour. So as a freelancer, so as shows you the capacity or designation, and by is usually used to show the measurement, or like how something is measured and on what basis you pay them, like how you measure their payment, or what is the method of measurement or calculation of your payment. So usually you get paid by the hour. So as and by are the prepositions. He went on slowly and caught the snake. So the manner in which someone went and caught the snake is on slowly. On here becomes the preposition of manner. In, like, with, by, as and on are the prepositions. The next type which we'll know more about is preposition of condition. Now preposition of condition is usually it indicates the particular mode of being of person or thing, existing state or situation with respect to circumstances, like how the condition is or how the circumstances is or how the existing state is. So that is the preposition of condition. The words used here are at, in, of, by, under, onto, or into, or on, to, of, and except for. So these are the examples of preposition of condition. Usually these prepositions are used to show the change as well as separation of in a condition. Like if there is a change in a condition or there is a separation, then you use the words like these. Looking at the example, Mickey avoided the dessert as he's on a diet. So he avoided the dessert because he's on a diet. So on here is the preposition. There is a condition through which he's going on, or it is the state of being, like he's on diet right now. So on is the preposition of condition. Rehan scored well this year except for the first semester. Now the current condition of Rehan's statement of marks you can see is he scored well throughout the year, but except for the first semester. So except for or throughout, such words become your preposition of condition. He fell off from the chair. So the current condition is the current condition here is he fell off from the chair. Off. So off is the preposition of condition. Or whenever you say you are robbed of something, or someone is died of something. So whenever you try to show the condition or current situation based on current circumstances, you use the word of. Amy is under doctor's supervision. So the current condition is or circumstances is someone is under someone's supervision. So under becomes the preposition of condition. Harry did not give up even in tough times. So even in his condition was not so good, even in tough times he did not give up. So N is the preposition of condition. The next type is idiomatic preposition. Now idiomatic prepositions are the prepositions you can say used after a noun, verb, or an adjective. So some prepositions can be combined with certain other words to create phrases whose meaning is something other than the literal meaning. So these are the idiomatic prepositions. Like you can say affection for. So your affection is noun and for is the preposition word used. So how it is used? It is used with the preposition is used after a noun, so it becomes idiomatic preposition. Likewise, we have slate to, meet of, or relations with. So this row is based on noun. We have noun plus a preposition word. So these are the idiomatic prepositions. Next is succeed in, commit to, look at, and feed on. So succeed, commit, look, feed. These are the verbs, and the preposition added to them are in, to, at, and on, respectively. So the preposition added after a verb and the resulting preposition formed is an idiomatic preposition. So the second row is based on verb. Next is angry with, worthy of, true to, or weaken. So angry, worthy, true, weak, these are the adjectives. They show you the quality. So the preposition used here is adjective plus the preposition with. So these becomes your idiomatic prepositions. First row is based on noun, second on verb, and third is an adjective. So these are the idiomatic prepositions. Looking at the examples, Kevin shows deep affection for stray animals. Affection is noun and the preposition used immediately after noun is for. So affection for is the idiomatic preposition. We are likely to succeed in this business venture. Succeed in. Succeed is noun, in is the preposition. Succeed in becomes your idiomatic preposition. Tom was angry with Jerry. So here the quality or the mood, you can say Tom was quite angry. So the quality shown here is angry. Angry with becomes your preposition, idiomatic preposition. So now looking at the number of diamonds, you can guess the next preposition is preposition of quantity. Now preposition of quantity is a word that shows specific quantity of something or specific amount of something. He reduced his weight by 10 kilos. So the specific quantity which I come to know is he reduced his weight, but a specific number is given, that is by 10 kilos. So by becomes the preposition of quantity. She brought a meter of cotton cloth and a dozen of bananas from the market. A meter of something and a dozen of something. So of here becomes the preposition of quantity that shows you the specified quantity of something. Earlier it was available just for 20 bucks. So earlier the thing was available just for 20 bucks or it is available for 20 bucks. So the amount for which something is available. For becomes the preposition of quantity. By, of, for are the frequently used prepositions to denote quantity. Looking at the globe on the map, we can guess that the next preposition is based on place. So a preposition of place is similar to the preposition of time, but the words used here are in a different way. So there is a difference between the both, but we'll have few common words. A preposition that describes the position of a person or thing in relation to another person or thing, like place or the position, or you can say specific movement or direction, depending upon the usage in the sentence. So the very first word here is at, like he was late at work. So at here shows you the position. Across, when you do something across something, or he ran across the track. Beneath something, up, over, under, around, through, inside, along, below, next to, among, behind, and from. Like in the very first example of the meaning of the preposition, we came to know the position of a ball, how it was placed below, above, under, in front of. So it was showing the place of a ball placed on something, or the relation between two. So it was a preposition of place. Looking at the examples to understand in a better way, he ran across the track. So the place here is track, but where? And the corners on the side are where? So he ran across the track. Across shows you the proper place or position where someone has done something. Next, they arrived here from London. So London here is the preposition of noun, and it is a place from where someone has arrived. From becomes the preposition of place. She hid the gifts below the table. Now she hid the gifts below the table. So below is the preposition because the gifts are kept below the table. So the place is below the table. Below becomes the preposition of place. Sam drove slowly through the narrow lanes. So how he drove? He drove slowly. But from where did he drove? When you ask the question where, you get the answer as the place. So through the narrow lanes. Tommy jumped over him. So Tommy jumped over someone or something. So the place where Tommy jumped is over him. Over becomes the preposition of place. Next is preposition of purpose. Now preposition of purpose is different from the preposition of condition. This is the preposition which usually indicates the cause of something happening or the purpose of an action. It joins a verb with the noun and shows the cause or the reason for happening, or you can say it is usually used to show the purpose of the noun, and it joins a noun with a verb. So we came here for bungee jumping. Bungee jumping is noun, and we came here. The purpose of coming here, like came. Why did we come here? So we came here for bungee jumping. So verb is connected with noun using the word which shows you the purpose of coming is for. The for becomes preposition of purpose. James takes online English tutorials to improve his accent. So when you are doing something for something, like to improve his accent, to becomes the preposition of purpose. Children drank milk because of vanilla flavor in it. Of. Now because of something. So why did they drink? Because of vanilla flavor. Harry's body is aching from weightlifting. Why his body is aching? Because of weightlifting or from weightlifting. So the reason you get here is weightlifting. So from becomes the preposition of purpose. So the words which shows you the reason of something or cause of something, whenever you question why and you get the answer, then the words act as a preposition of purpose. For, to often form are frequently used as preposition of purpose. Now these words are also used as preposition of place and time, but in a different way. Next is preposition of spatial relationship. So the spatial relationship here means whenever you try to relate two things, or you can say an object, with one another, you term it as spatial relationship. Or whenever you try to show something about an object, a preposition that suggests the position of an object in relation to something else is a spatial preposition. So whenever you have the preposition of spatial relationship, you must ask where to the subject of the sentence and where the action is taking place. So it shows you where the subject is and where the action is taking place. So it shows you the position of an object in relation to something else. So words here are above, in front of, beside. Now there's a difference between place and spatial relationship, because here it shows where the action is taking place or where the position is. So it shows you the position of an object in relation to something else, but it is different from the preposition of place, like beside, of, behind, through, near, among, around, beneath, within, towards, under, and against. Looking at the examples, she kept the flowers beside the table. So the flowers are kept beside the table. So here we come to know where the object is placed. Specifically when you deal with objects, then you have special relationship. We shall move towards the north zone. So let's move towards the north zone. So where the subject is or where the action is taking place, towards the north zone. Towards is the preposition. Tom placed the whole gold pot beneath the surface. Now beneath here is the preposition of, you can say, special relationship between gold pot and surface. It also acts as a preposition of place in a different way if you see. But it tries to show the relationship between gold pot and surface. So the object here, if I see, you're trying to show me the position of an object like gold pot, its position. So it's placed beneath the surface. In that case, it becomes special relationship. There were many honest officers among the corrupt officials. So there were many among the corrupt officials. Honest officers among the corrupt officials. So it tries to show you the position of a few officers among few others. So among becomes the preposition of special relationship. It is quite easy. You just have to be clear that it is used in case of an object, whereas in the case of preposition of place, it is completely based on the location. So it's time for you all to practice and answer these few sentences where you have to identify the types of prepositions and fill in the blanks with suitable prepositions. Answer them in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you. Keep learning, keep growing, and stay subscribed.